If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and shakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing. CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances have the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'll tell you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.
chance to go to the rebounders practice or go to the Bahamas, this will be the first time that Tiger Nation gets a chance to see this team and this number one recruiting class. And I just think it's going to be exciting. I mean, it's going to be a lot of visitors in the building, mainly number one, Jalen Green. It's Tiger's top target for 2020. He's going to be in the building, and I think, and kind of a note to that, Lil Baby is a hot rapper right now. He's currently widely projected to be one of the entertainers there tonight, and he happens to be Jalen Green's favorite rapper. He's actually called him the GOAT in the past. So I'm sure. As calculated as I know Penny Hardaway is, I'm sure there is a correlation there. I don't think that's just a coincidence that Jalen Green's going to be in the building and Lil Baby's expected to be there as well. So it's going to be an exciting night, man. They're going to unveil a new floor that will actually be the 1920 season. Last year they had a blacktop floor that's actually the floor that Mike Miller has at his house that he practiced on. But this year, around 7:15, they're going to unveil a new floor, the one that they're actually going to use this season, man. So it's going to be crazy, man. I can't wait. Going to be 18,100 strong down there, man. It's going to be a fantastic night, man. I'm excited.
That's incredible, man. You're talking about the same floor. That's incredible. I don't even know how they pulled that off in the first place, but that's amazing. That's going to be at FedEx Forum tonight. You know it's going to be packed and live down there, so can't wait for all that to go down. Plus, everybody's going to be able to watch it if you have the ESPN Plus subscription.
ESPN Plus, yeah.
So folks going to have to pay a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but, I think you're going to get enough Memphis fans, at least for the day, going to get that ESPN Plus so they can watch Madness live on that app. So that just shows how big the deal that's going to be.
And I was gonna say, and also on ESPN Plus, they're doing like a documentary on Penny Hardaway in this season. They're gonna have a camera crew that's gonna follow the Tigers around all year long, and it's gonna be a several-part series, and it's gonna be on ESPN Plus as well. So a lot of incentive for Tiger fans to pay that $4.99 and get that ESPN Plus just for the Tigers, man. And it's crazy to see Memphis getting this kind of coverage, and I think it's fantastic. And I think it's just the beginning.
Oh, absolutely, man. I think that. I felt like they should have got that type of coverage, during the Thomas trip and everything. And I was surprised those weren't on TV. But, you see Memphis already had something up their sleeve for later on. And that is going to be really, really something. And I got to give Penny this, and I know I had to bring this up. I was kind of surprised, but I like it at the same time. Penny's out here.
Where you going?
Yeah, Penny out here, he just taking all the straps down. It's like, forget it. We going all the way for the national championship. And I was stunned, but yet I love it at the same time. Why run from expectation? You already know Memphis fans are thinking that anyway as soon as Wiseman committed. You know what I'm saying? So, but how you feeling about it? Are you a little? Do you think he jumped the gun, or what? How you feeling?
Man, well, he said that they wanted all the smoke, and like I said, man, he said they wanted all the smoke. But yeah, in an interview with Dana O'Neal recently, man, he said he looks around the country and he looks at his team and he believes they're going to win a national championship. And I kind of wrote an article yesterday over at TigerSportsReport.com about the expectations for this team. And Penny has never been one to shy away from that. I mean, he's going back to he's always been the ultimate competitor, and I mean he's laying out on the line. He says that they're going to win a national championship this year. And the thing about Penny is a lot of coaches around the country, they'll say a lot of stuff and they give you what you call coach speak. But when Penny says something, Penny pretty much tells you what he's thinking. And if he says that, I think he really does believe that this team is going to win a national championship. So, I mean, you get the number one player in the country and the number one class. You got a coach, swagger, and a cachet, and that this staff has. I mean, those expectations are going to be there. And, again, I don't think Penny really cares what the national naysayers say. The only thing I think he cares about is that what the people think, what he thinks, and what the people think in that locker room. And I don't have a problem with it. I like it. And I think it's going to play well with the people that he needs to play well with here in Memphis, and they're going to love him for it. And if they come up short, I don't think he really cares about what anyone would say. There are going to be people around the nation, if they don't win it now that he says that they're going to say, oh, well, look at them Pennies out here saying they're going to win if they didn't do this and that. But, again, I don't think he really cares about that. And I like it. I mean, I like that confidence, and I'm sure the players like it too. Because if you talk to them, and I've talked to some of the players, they think they can win it's going to be fun, and I don't have any problem with them putting those expectations out there.
Yeah, I agree, actually, man. Look, if you're going to do it, do it. And I think Penny knew, you get a recruiting class like this, the expectations are going to come, so why not just hit it before they can hit you?
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Hey, I love it, man. And you can tell the team's all in with it. They're coming out, I agree. And it's a good thing because everybody's thinking it anyway. So let's just not even play around with it and go for it because, well, like you said, Memphis already has a bullseye on them just being Memphis, just because of Penny.
Exactly.
And the recruiting class they have. So them saying they're going to win it all is not going to add any more pressure than they already have. So, I love it, man. And I think it makes of having to worry about not saying it. So
because haters gonna hate, man.
Yeah,
haters gonna hate. They gonna do that anyway. With Memphis, it's always gonna be because you got a team like Memphis outside of the Power Five, and you get the number one recruit class. There's a lot of people that don't like what's going on down here in Memphis. You're not supposed to be doing that in Memphis. What are you doing with the number one recruit class? And I think Penny, like I said, he said he wants all the smoke. They love all that heat and people hating on them and them having their bulls out. I think they thrive. I think Penny thrives in that type of environment. And so, again, like I said, it's Memphis against the world, and I don't have any problem with it. Again, obviously Penny doesn't have any problem with it. And I don't think the problem would be if his players have a problem with it. And I think they kind of feel the same way that Penny does. So, man, it's all good on my end.
Man, we're talking with Isaac Simpson, TigerSportsReport.com, co-host of TSR Live as well with TigerSportsReport.com with Brian Moss and all them guys down there. Doing great stuff. Memphis Madness tonight, big thing. But also, I got Memphis football this weekend. Get into that real quick here. Memphis versus Louisiana Monroe. And let me go back to last week a little bit. I got to bring it up at least in some capacity. So,
yeah,
what happened with the Brady White 3 touchdowns in the second half. After quite possibly the worst first half in the history of quarterbacking.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about how all that went down? Were you ready to go to Connor Adair at one point?
Well, man, I like I said, I've never been a big proponent of Brady White. I think, again, at times he limits his offense and what they can do play calling wise because you got all these playmakers and just can't get the ball down the field in that first half. That's probably, he's been bad, but that's probably the worst half he's ever played since he's been at the University of Memphis. You had that play where it looked like he had could have maybe scored, but he had at least 10, 12 yards in front of him and throws that wild pass to the back of the end zone. I think it was the Coxie. Terrible pass. And it's just a terrible half by him, but he got booed. He got booed going into the half. And somehow that lit a fire on him, man. He came out and in that second half, I just wish he could continue to if he could play like that all the time, I think we'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the booing did, I guess people need to continue to boo him because he played well in that second half. I have to give credit where credit is due because, in the first half, it looked like old hat when it came to Memphis and Navy. That defense just seemed like they couldn't figure out that triple option. But adjustments at halftime, man, there's something, a light bulb went on at that half, and on both sides of the football, they came out and looked like a different team. They got a big special team play right there for halftime from JUCO transfer Gabe Rogers with the kickoff return for the touchdown. I think that kind of gave them some momentum because if not for that play, man, things weren't looking good for this Tiger team. It looked like they were on their way to a loss to Navy. But big second half for Brady White, and the offense woke up and the defense just absolutely nasty in the second half. Just shut down that Navy offense, and they went on to win the game. It was a big win. Still undefeated. Again, you got UL Monroe this week, and a big game the next week at Temple. So still got that opportunity to run the table and possibly go to the Cotton Bowl. So things are still alive, and it's kind of amazing that they're doing this without possibly what a lot of people thought going into the season was their best player in Patrick Taylor.
Yeah, no question. I think that's kind of shifted to Kenneth Gainwell. This might be the best player on this team, to be honest. Almost, starting to turn into like a Darrell Henderson 2.0 type of deal with the way he's looking. Maybe not quite to that level, but he looks like he can handle the backfield on his own more than I thought right off the bat.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be a good addition to Patrick Taylor, but he's turned into a guy that's proven that he can do this on his own. But real quick, how do you feel about the ULM matchup, and what should we expect?
I mean, it's just similar to South Alabama. I mean, it's a game on the road, and I think it's more about the Tigers than it is about ULM. I think it's an opportunity for them. They had some guys banged up after the Navy game, so got a chance to. This is the game that you should be able to win without really pushing some guys. So if you need to hold some guys out, I think this will be a good spot to do it because you got a huge game, which I think could really determine what happened this season at Temple coming up the following week. So it's an opportunity. It's a game the Tigers should win. They're double-digit favorites. They're on the road against a Sun Belt opponent. So it's a game that they should win. Again, I think we'll see a heavy dose of Kenny Gainwell in this one. We saw what he did against South Alabama. We saw that two-headed monster of him and Keelan Watkins. I think you could see that again on Saturday. But again, I think this is a game the Tigers should win, and it's a game you want to see Brady White play well. He did not play well in that South Alabama game either, despite the blowout victory. He looked bad in that game. So this is an opportunity to maybe he can build on what we saw from him in the second half against Navy. But again, this is a game that Memphis would win, no problem. You would think if it ends up being a tough game, I think that's something to look at going forward. But I think Memphis will win and cover that double-digit line.
Absolutely, man. Talking with Isaac Simpson, TigerSportsReport.com. I know he's going to have to get out of here in just a second, man, but let the people know how they can follow you and check out all the TSR stuff.
Yeah, man, you can follow me on Twitter at Isaac_Rivals, ISAAC_Rivals. I got a couple articles over at TigerSportsReport.com up right now. One about the expectations for this Tiger basketball season, so go over there, check that out. We'll be live all night for FedEx Forum, man. Got great coverage, myself and my man Mitch Davis. You can follow him on Twitter at MitchDavis_8. So we'll have live coverage throughout the night, man. It should be a fun night over at FedEx Forum. Again, I'm excited about it and ready to get this 1920 campaign on the way, and I think it's going to be a special year.
Absolutely, man. Isaac Simpson, Tiger Sports Report. Man, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll do it again next week, bro.
Man, we'll do. Talk to you next week, my man.
All right, that's Isaac Simpson, TigerSportsReport.com. Talking about the excitement heading into the night, man. And real quick, if you guys want to join the conversation, you can do so right now. 901-213-6020. You see the number going across the screen there. Once again, 901-213-6020. You are watching Talkback Live Networks. Talkback Live Sports with yours truly, Joshua Midget, here in the building, talking Memphis sports and sports in general. But today is all about Memphis, and it's all about the Tigers. Memphis Madness going on tonight. Going to have Leon Taylor, our reporter, contributor for Talkback Live Network, in the building live. He will be live. Also, keep of this page, Talkback Live with Bob and Josh, and our other Talkback Live pages. We're going to be live later on with Leon, talk with him while he's down there at Madness. So y'all keep track of that. More details to come a little bit later as well. Plus, you're going to see different photos from Memphis Madness, videos from inside the forum. You're going to get that as well from fans, from different folks. And everything that's going on. Going to get a view and a glimpse of the court as well. So Isaac just talked about 1920s Memphis Tigers basketball court that they're putting down there, something like that. All I know is an old school court they're going to put down, which is incredible. And I can't wait to see what they had planned. You can see a lot going on. Now, you heard us talk about Lil Baby. Y'all know who Lil Baby is. He's a popular hip-hop star right now. And he's going to be, all rumors are leading toward him being at the FedEx Forum tonight. And it just so happens, as Isaac laid out, that he's the favorite rapper of Jalen Green, who's the top target for the Memphis Tigers in the 2020 class. So happened to have that coincidence, I guess you could say, who said not only is Lil Baby his favorite artist, but he thinks he's the greatest of all time. So that will probably help Memphis in his favor. And so we're going to see what happens there. Some other recruits are scheduled to be in the building as well. So going to get all that, man. It's going to be exciting. But we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to get into some more things. I want to talk about Memphis Madness. And I want to talk about Penny Hardaway's pledge to the university, his pledge to the team, his pledge to the nation about what he wants to do this coming season. You know what? I'm not going to take a break yet. I will in a few minutes, but I won't take a break yet. I just seen the time early. But I'm going to go ahead and get into it now. And if you want to join the conversation again, 901-213-6020. Penny Hardaway is, he came out and he's like, man, look, no longer gonna be playing around with this stuff. We're not gonna wait or be timid about our expectations for this team. Penny said, look, we're gonna win the national title this year. And you know what? I know some people like, Penny, do you want to do that? You're gonna jinx the team or whatever. I don't believe in jinxes, first of all. But second of all, people worry about, that stuff, and coaches, making bold declarations. Look, this team has already got a ton of expectations already. You already have James Wiseman on the team, who's projected to be the number 1 pick in the draft next year. You got Precious Achiuwa, who's projected to be a lottery pick this year. You got all sorts of guys. DJ Jeffries, a top 5-star recruit. Lester Quinones, Lance Thomas. So many other dudes. You can't even name all these guys, how loaded this team is with recruits and expectations and all of that stuff. Plus, based off what Penny did last year and having that team close to making the NCAA tournament, give Penny a year of experience. I don't see how you couldn't, expect Memphis to make that type of run. And Memphis fans have been saying that leading up to this point. But now Penny, he's like, look, open the floodgates. We're embracing the expectations. We're embracing all of the smoke, so to speak. Like he said, this offseason, we want all the smoke, all the expectations, all of the haters come at us, and we're going to knock them all back, man. So, I don't know. It's going to be pretty cool to see what happens. Memphis Madness tonight, FedEx Forum as well. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and take that break right now. And when we come back, I'm going to get into a little bit more of that. Plus, there's some stuff going on the other side of the Forum tracks, if you want to put it that way. The Memphis Grizzlies training camp is underway right now. They are in the 3rd day of training camp practice with the teams. We're going to get into that. And I'm going to give you the guys to watch, in my opinion, heading into this Memphis Grizzlies season. This is a team full of new guys, full of people that if you're not a strict Grizzlies fan, you're probably not even going to know who these guys are. But I think they're going to be exciting, and I think this is going to be a season to be excited about. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk more about Madness. We're going to talk more about Penny Hardaway. Maybe even some Tigers football like we talked about earlier. And if you want to talk about Memphis Madness, if you're going down there to the Forum tonight, if you're going to watch on ESPN Plus, if you're going to just keep up with the tweets and whatever else, tell me how you feel about the Tigers heading into this season. Are you excited? Just tell me how you feel. Let me know how you feel. You can join the conversation, 901-213-6020. So, we'll be back after this.
If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and cakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphics Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphics Printing.
an entirely new situation taking place before our very eyes. And it is the Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. train and era, because it's their team now. And for better or for worse, these young guys are the captain going forward with first-year head coach Taylor Jenkins. And it's going to be something to see. I know GKP likes, and Jay on Facebook like to make fun of Taylor Jenkins' name, thinking, that he should be a brother with a name like that. Well, look, he's not. We got to accept that for what it is. And Coach Jenkins seems like a very smart guy. We'll see how that translates to actually being a head coach in the NBA. But I'm going to tell you something. I was watching some clips and some highlights of Ja Morant and the Grizzlies' first couple of practices. And, man, I tell you what, Ja is special. If you didn't think Ja was special before, man. And these were short clips. These were not, extended, highlights like you can see on YouTube of him in Murray State. No, these were, short clips of him in a game setting. This is not just him dribbling the ball. This was an actual scrimmage they were having. And to just see, I feel like a star when you see one. The way he carries himself off the court, but especially on the court. And I'm going to tell you something. He dunked on somebody in practice, and seeing his hop step and jump shot in the lane and passing to teammates, watch out for Ja, man. I think he's going to make an immediate impact on this Grizzlies team heading into this season, man. It's going to be something special, something we haven't seen, because we've seen good play. We've seen, good to great players. We saw Mike Conley take years to develop into the player that he is right now. We've seen Zach Randolph come and play bully ball and turn into an all-star level player. We've seen, Pau Gasol come in and grow into an all-star. But we have not seen a superstar before, right off the bat. And I think Ja has the potential to be that type of player. Not the guy, I don't think he's as much of a project as, say, a Mike Conley was, where you knew he would be good, but you knew it would take some maturation, and you knew it would take some work and some prodding and prying with Mike Conley. It was more his mental than anything else, that it took a coach like Lionel Hollins to and yank it out. You know what I'm saying? Same with Mark Gasol and all that. But Ja is naturally talented mentally and physically, further along than I think a Mike Conley could imagine to be at this point in his career as a rookie. So we're going to see some immediate stuff off the bat. That's the way I feel heading into this Grizzlies season. Also, Jaren Jackson Jr., of course, y'all know those are guys to watch out for. Jaren had a great rookie season, and I expect him to take even more steps forward in being a star with this team. But let me tell you who I'm looking forward to seeing, probably more than anybody else when it comes to the Grizzlies. And that's a guy I guarantee you most of y'all will be like, what? Who? Why? Why, Josh, did you make a fool of yourself of saying this guy's name on your show? Well, you're going to see. Bruno Caboclo. Yes. I can hear what's already ringing throughout Memphis. Bruno Caboclo. Watch out for Big Bruno, who is a long, athletic forward for the Grizzlies. He's a wing. Some called him the Brazilian Kevin Durant in Brazil. And, he's a guy that I see so much potential in. And I think he's that next step in being a very good player this year. And the reason I say that, y'all remember the World Tournament that took place this summer. Bruno Caboclo played for Brazil in that tournament. I'm not saying he went 30 a game, but the biggest example of how much of a difference maker he could be at that position is when they played against Greece. And I saw, clips and a lot of that game of him matched up against Giannis, who a lot of people has as the great guy and the man that was the MVP of the league last year. Two guys that are extremely long and athletic, and Bruno was causing havoc for Giannis. Giannis couldn't do anything. He couldn't shoot over him. He was blocking shots. He was in there. I was really impressed with Bruno's defensive ability. Plus, he's shown the ability to hit the occasional three here. He's got a nice-looking jump shot. I think he just needs to hone it in, and hopefully working on that during the offseason. With a shot like that, and with that kind of defensive capability and game-breaking skills toward the rim when you talk about blocking shots and protecting the rim, that's major. Imagine Jaren Jackson and Bruno Caboclo, all those crazy long, lanky arms in the paint. Who's going to want to go in the paint and go up against that? That immediately makes your defense better because you're scared to drive to the rim. Jaren is an exceptional shot blocker. That's a skill. Bruno is an exceptional shot blocker. That's a skill. And on the offensive end, I can see a ton of potential. He's got that three ball. As Clifton Eccles says there, Bruno can stroke that three-point shot. I agree. No question. So y'all watch out for Bruno, man. I know if y'all don't know that name, well, look him up, first of all. Do your research, and then if you don't want to do that, just wait for the season to start because he's going to get plenty of playing time for the Grizzlies. That's Bruno Caboclo. Y'all write that down. Put it on a sticky note on your refrigerator. Put it in your phone, whatever you want to do. Watch out for Bruno Caboclo. Also, a couple of guys I want to see what they got. And I think one guy in particular, it's a make or break for him, and that's Ivan Rabb. Ivan Rabb was backup center for the Grizzlies. A guy who came in, as, a guy that showed some promise. A guy that can really rebound the ball. A guy that has a good, decent mid-range shot. I heard him at Media Days this year. Ivan Rabb said he's been working on his three-point shot a ton this offseason. He's a guy who's 6'10", 6'11", and a young man. This is make or break for Ivan Rabb because I honestly think he could end up getting cut. Jay's a funny man, I see. He says Bruno came from Mars. Well, I'm going to tell you something. The man from Mars is going to show us something. The Martian, Bruno Caboclo. You can call him what you want. I will say, when arms that long, you wonder, as far as an alien. But all that aside, Jay, I know you're a Clippers fan over here infiltrating the conversation with your Kawhi Leonard. I tell you this, not Bruno, but Kawhi, he don't want none of Bruno. When the Clippers come to town or when the Grizzlies go to them or whatever ends up happening, y'all watch out for that matchup. But anyway, Ivan Rabb, I think that's a guy to watch out for. We're going to see what happens with him. I think he's got potential, but he's going to have to show something this preseason if he wants to stay a Grizzly because you got a lot of guys fighting for positions on this team. Brandon Clark, another wing, another athletic wing. Another guy that can do a lot, that can block shots, that can rebound, that's athletic. Transformation of this Grizzlies team. When was the last time we could say, of any of us watching the Grizzlies or being Grizzlies fans or whatever, that you have all this youth and athleticism? Have we ever had this many guys that could dunk on somebody? I can't remember. You had to go way back to Stromile Swift. When he was dunking on folks. But he was the only one. Who else? There's been some other guys. Rodney Carney had a cup of coffee with the Grizzlies. But I don't know if you could really call him a Grizz. Many Grizz dunkers. Guys that could just rise up and dunk on somebody. I really can't. Weren't that many. Especially not so many at one time. Jaren Jackson, John Morant, Brandon Clark, Bruno Caboclo. Those are just a few that can rise up and yam on somebody. So that is a good thing when you talk about new up-tempo pace, and you talk about running the floor more, and you talk about, being extensive on the defensive end, as Taylor Jenkins says he wants to push the pace, he wants to get up and down, in your face on defense on both ends, up and down. So, I think this team is built for that. So I can't wait to see when the preseason starts for the Grizzlies and we can see these guys in action. But those are just a couple of the guys I have my eyes on. And also, a guy that is a current mainstay on the Grizzlies, a guy that's probably going to end up starting when the season comes around, and that is Dillon Brooks. Big year for Dillon Brooks to me. It's going to show me, Dillon Brooks, are you a game changer? Dillon Brooks, can you be a consistent three-point threat? Dillon Brooks, can you be a scorer from the two-guard position? That's what I want to see, and not get hurt, and be a guy to be consistent out there. I like Dillon Brooks. He showed a ton of promise his rookie season last year. Had some issues with injuries, but this year is going to be big for Dillon. What do you got for me, Dillon? So we'll see. Going back to the phone lines,
Vincent,
and we got the one and only Vincent on the line. Vincent, how you doing, sir?
hey man, how you doing today?
Doing good. I'm glad you called me, and I'm on, and we are live. So how you feeling today?
Okay, I'm doing good, man. Listen, I know the time is almost up. I got up a little early today, and I thought, let me call Josh. And so this would be a good time to call Memphis Madness tonight.
Yes, sir.
I look for an entertaining event. As far as the Tigers moving forward, we're going to have to just kind of see how the season plays out. I think they got a great nucleus of a team, but I have to caution everybody that they are freshmen, and 8 guys have never played together on a high D1 level before. And I do think that the schedule is kind of favorable, to be honest with you, to allow them an opportunity to gel before, the tough game starts. So I look forward to barring injury. I think Memphis could easily win 25 games, barring injury, but it just remains to be seen.
So,
but
now I got to ask you, Vincent, did you hear what Penny Hardaway said to The Athletic the other day?
So what now?
Did you hear what Penny said about this team and going to the national championship? He believes that this team could do it.
I heard that.
Did that surprise you?
I don't want to be a naysayer and say it can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I've just noticed the trend of the last few teams winning have been like upperclassmen type teams with experienced guard play. And the one area that we're inexperienced is in the guards.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we got 3 new freshman guards, even though they're talented, but they're still freshman guards. And you get into the NCAA tournament, you start playing some of those guards like what Houston had last year.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, it's just a whole different thing. And so I'm not going to doubt him. I mean, he's pretty much answered just about all the critics in other areas.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say he was going to win it this year, did he? Or did he say he is going to win a national championship as to say, well, one day we will win it? Which one was it? I can't remember.
Well, this year, winning the national title. And even some of the players like, hey, they love, having that confidence. And a lot of people were surprised. Like Penny's like, hey, he called his shot. He's like, hey, this is the team that can do it. So that's hey, you already know, Vincent, how Memphis is. These expectations are going to be there anyway. But Penny just said, hey, we're just going to go ahead and feed right into it.
Well, I remember the quote of Will Barton in 2010, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
He said we will win the national championship. Him and Joe Jackson and Chris Crawford.
I remember
Tyler
that.
Black. You remember that?
I do.
And I'm thinking, man, what in the world are you saying, dude? But anyway. Now, this team is a much better team on paper than that team.
Absolutely.
But basically, he went out on a limb and said him and Joe backcourt was going to be this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking, like, okay. you didn't even get past Arizona. I mean, I think that was actually we probably could have won that game, but
that was a great game. Yeah,
yeah, it was a great game. They kind of pushed off on us. They fouled Wesley Witherspoon.
Yep.
On a rebound basket. That I remember that specific thing. But anyway, like I said, I'm looking forward to tonight. I was blessed to get some complimentary tickets to the Madness, so I'll be sitting on the third row, right at the middle court.
Okay.
So I'll be sitting right there. I'll put a picture on Facebook so you can Photoshop it.
Hey, look, if you see any recruits, you know what you have to do. Whatever it takes.
Tell them to go to Lemoyne
No. See, look, I would fear for your safety if you did something like that.
Well, you know, I went to Lemoyne. I can't just hate on my school. I think we did the first game, right?
Gotta love Lemoyne, you know. But you know how Memphis is, man. It's hey, this is about the blue and gray right now. But man. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it, man, and we'll see. Either way it goes, it's gonna be quite a season to remember this year, no matter what happens, I think.
Yeah, well, I think so, and I think that I think we will. I know we're going to be very successful. I just pray that there's no major injuries, you know, on either side of the fence, our players or teams that have players. You know, it's always good to go injury-free. That's one of the things we've been able to accomplish the last few years. Mm-hmm. I really personally think if Davenport hadn't got hurt,
oh man.
In that Houston game, we may would have beat Houston last year.
Yeah.
You know, the game that we lost by 3 points?
I remember.
He was hurt second half. So, I mean, you know, injuries make a big part. So, barring injuries. What about Malcolm Dandridge? Have you heard any update on him, or do you know what his status is?
I have not. It seemed like, I know, and this was a while ago, but it's almost like they were playing it like not to expect too much this year. So I don't know what any update on that has been. Really, I hadn't heard a lot on him at all. So I can check with some people and probably post an update on that a little bit later.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because, you know, when you start talking about physicality, we got some tall guys, we got some length, but do we have anybody that weigh over 230 pounds? I mean, I'm not really sure what James Wiseman weight is. And, I know they're extremely athletic, but
yeah. Now I will say, I'll give them a little credit that all the guys, you know, you don't have any tanks out there, you know, but all the guys have bulked up from what they were, and I think I can clearly tell whoever the strength coach is has done a great job with everybody, including Wiseman, who looks bigger and stronger. So that is definitely needed heading into the season, and I just expect that to improve as time goes on. So. Hopefully, you know, that's enough there. I think you compensate that with the amount of talent. If you see all the work that these guys put in this offseason with the different videos that they put out of basically doing a boot camp, Penny put these guys through, they worked their butts off. And one thing about it, they're going to be, you know, I don't think too many other teams are going to be more conditioned than Memphis as far as running up and down. I think that's going to be a good thing.
I think the key thing in all of this, you're going to have people to accept roles. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to that first major game when there's a challenge in the last 2-3 minutes. Who's going to get the ball? Who's going to be the go-to guy? I mean, who's going to get the guy that's going to get the bucket at the end of the game? That's going to be a key element. You got to determine who that guy's going to be, and everybody got to buy into that system and accept it, because that's where when you have this type of talent, that's where the difference happens. Like when it gets down to 2 or 3 games where, you know, well, you know what I'm saying. Basically, like for example, Cincinnati got that Cumberland fella. That's already established before the season even starts that he's going to be more likely the guy. Well, Memphis right now, we don't have that guy, which may not be a bad thing because there's no particular guy that everybody can prepare for.
Yeah,
nobody knows who that guy is.
I was going to say, I'm glad you brought that up because I actually like that, because you knew the past 2 years you knew who that guy was from Memphis, and that was Jeremiah, and he did a great job in that role, but it made it kind of predictable. And then, you know, you had situations where if he was in a spot where he had to throw it, everybody was just looking at almost like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, pass it to Will, you know, just throw it to Jeremiah and stand back. You know, but now you got more of a system and multiple guys, I think, that are capable and more than willing to take that shot. So I guess you just go with the hot hand, you know. But we'll see.
Yeah, well,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I know it's 3 o'clock, so I'm sorry. Or have you changed your time? Is it still 3 o'clock? I need to shut up. I need to get out there.
Well, you good? Just go ahead. What you were gonna say though?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, just looking at things, I would say a good person that can take the people off the dribble and get to the hole would probably be somebody like Damon Ball, Boogie Ellis. I mean, that sounds like a lot for a freshman to have the load, but the reality is both of those guys can get to the basket. Both of them, are athletic, and they seem to be pretty fearless in terms of their perspective. But that's what you got to have, somebody who's not afraid to take the shot. I mean, Tyler Harris is not afraid to take the shot, but at 5'7", if he doesn't have an open shot, he's not going to get too many free looks in the lane. He's not going to be able to go down there amongst the trees and not have to throw up a jack windmill shot. You know what I mean? And you need somebody that's able to come in and do that.
Yes, sir.
But I think the most surprising player on this team this year is going to be DJ Jeffries. I think I just feel like he has more talent than what was given. He went from a 5-star to a 4-star after he decommitted from Kentucky mysteriously. But I think he's a 5-star player. It's just amazing how we lose our stardom once they decide to come with Memphis. They get taken down by 20% of what they were. It's like, oh, man, I'm so tired of that. I mean, that has happened over and over and over and over again.
Man, that's so true. And it's annoying. But I know one thing about DJ. That's going to be a chip on his shoulder. And if the Bahamas are any example, I know, definitely got to take that with a whole bunch of grains of salt with who they were playing against.
They were playing some guys that worked at Nike, man. They took off their Nike work up on the basketball court. That's what that was, man. So, one of those games, it was like, the Nike All-Stars.
Hey,
they got off work, I think.
Yeah, you're not talking about the guys endorsed either. Those are the guys working in the factory, the Nike factory. But the Bahama branch, But anyway, what were you going to say? You were going to say something about the DJ Jeffries. Yeah, but just from what I've seen and heard from him, he looks really good. He's in great shape, and I really feel like he's going to be a surprise because everybody's looking at Precious and Wiseman and Damian Ball after what he did in the Bahamas, showing he's better than people expected. It's going to be one of those things, man. But we shall see. And all I know is I'm fired up to see what happens. Also, tonight, the dunk contest should be something else. With all these athletes, man, this might be the best one we've had in a while for Tiger basketball. So we'll see, man. But Vincent, man, I definitely got to go now. But I appreciate the call, man, and enjoy the madness tonight. And we'll see what happens going forward.
Okay, well, you have a blessed evening, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, man. All right, that's Vincent. Going to be live at Memphis Madness, and we'll have live coverage of Memphis Madness on Talkback Live Network. So y'all stay tuned, man. I got my man Leon Taylor, Talkback Live Network reporter, will be in the building live. And we're going to have some live coverage from that. So keep in tune to our Facebook pages as well. And we're going to be back on live from Madness. So y'all stay tuned for that. But as for today and this week, that's going to do it for me. I'm out of here. This show will be back next week. Talkback Live with Bob and Josh show will be back next week. Breaking Bread Bible teaching show will be back next week as well, with the regular lineup Monday through Thursday as well. So y'all stay tuned for all of that. But as for me and the Talkback Live Network crew, I am out of here. Be back on later on live from the Madness. So stay tuned, man. But without any further ado, that does it for me. And y'all have a great rest of the day and enjoy the Madness.
If you're looking for some of the best old-fashioned burgers and cakes in town, Lotta Burger is the place to go for all of your favorites. Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. And the items on their menu include single, double, triple burgers, Philly sandwiches, smoked sausage, beef hot dogs, grilled cheese, tenders, fries, onion rings, and more. Call-in orders must be done before 11 a.m. No calls accepted after 11 a.m. Drive-thru is available. Hungry for a burger? Lotta Burger, 2260 South 3rd, Memphis, Tennessee, 901-946-2001. Don't just settle for any burger. Get a Lotta Burger.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answer yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphic Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copy, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamp, full color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30 plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphic Printing. CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks will tell you they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Sun Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today for some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of the body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or a mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or a mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.